What's going on, all you wild ghouls and werewolves? Logan Myerz back here for Cinephellas.com doing more 31 Days of Horror, and I'm still tackling a lot of Stephen King adaptations and the big screen. Tonight I'm going to be talking about the film from 1996 that I'm watching for the first time. This one slipped past me. I'm talking about Thinner. So the film is directed by Tom Holland, huge fan of his. Fright Night is definitely on my top 10 horror films of all time. Great vampire flick if you guys have not seen this. But the setup of the film, we have Robert John Burke playing this attorney, overweight, obese attorney. He's about 300 pounds, and he's on a diet, but he eats a lot, and he's really big. You can tell the practical effects are not very well done. You can tell it's fake makeup to make him look fatter or bigger. But essentially, he's driving his car home one night, had too much to drink with his wife. She's giving him a blowjob, and he ends up hitting a gypsy and killing them, and they go to court about this, and he gets off scot-free basically because he's an attorney. He knows the judge in town, he knows the cops. They all know he did it. He was probably drunk doing this, and they let him off. So that sets up the aspect of the gypsies. The gypsy goes up to Billy after the court case and touches him and says Thinner, and basically curses him, and he starts to lose weight throughout the film, and that's hence the name Thinner. So he's cursed by the gypsy, and the other two guys we find out throughout the film are also cursed, and bad things happen to them as well. And I thought Robert John Burke did a great job playing Billy, really believable in this character. He's really hungry for life, so to speak. He works hard, and he eats a lot. So throughout the film, we see Billy losing more and more weight, and you know, he becomes really sickly looking, like he's dying. He kind of looks like a skeleton over, you know, like a month or so. He lost like 200 pounds. From the beginning of the film, he's at 300. And like towards the end, he's like 100 pounds, so he lost like 200 pounds super quick. Obviously, they're not sure what's wrong with him. He takes all the tests, his blood's good, you know, his health is good, cholesterol, all that's good. It's all checking out until Billy comes across the judge's wife and finds out, you know, what this has to do with the gypsy curse. And really sets up a lot of great scenes in this film with him trying to track down the gypsies and reverse or get rid of this curse. The only way that you can do it is find the person that put the curse on you in the first place. So after finding out this information, after going through all these health tests and not really understanding why he's losing so much weight when he eats like shit all the time, you know, he's thinking maybe it's cancer or something like that, but find out it's the curse, and the curse is on his friends as well, and it really sets up a lot of great practical effects with the judge and also the cop. Really, really fantastic makeup work. And those two characters, it felt like something out of an X-Files episode, the way they handle those characters, and I really enjoyed that. That being said, leading up until the end, we have Billy tracking down the gypsies and trying to get this curse off of them, and I don't want to say too much about this, especially if you've not seen Thinner, but the way that they go about the curse having to do with Billy and his family is really fucked up and something I didn't predict at the very end, and really evil, and you can see what Billy's gone through throughout this movie, having to do with his wife that really, you know, him getting a blowjob, he ended up killing somebody because he wasn't paying attention, obviously, so he kind of blames it on her. And she's a really shitty person in this movie, having to do with this affair with this local doctor. But the way that everything ends for these characters, Billy and his family, is really messed up, and I love how they did that nice little twist at the end of the movie. I thought that was really great and something I didn't predict. So with that being said, watching this movie for the first time, this movie came out in 1996. I remember seeing it at the local video store, never got around to it. And I'm kind of bummed about that because this is actually a really great movie. I think Robert John Burke did a great job playing Billy as this attorney, that larger-than-life character, and a character that really starts to lose all of his weight pretty quick due to this curse and all the obstacles that he has to overcome and face. It really has a lot of great themes in this movie having to do with judgment and owning up for the things that you've done, you know, bad things that you've done, maybe you got off in life or lied about it. I think there's a lot of great messages here that they kind of tackle, and they really do it in a great way. And I like the actors and actresses that played the gypsies. The one younger gypsy was really great in this movie. She had like a slingshot, and she kept shooting at Billy, and then it like goes through his hand. It's sort of like really great practical effects, but I always wondered, like, why does she have a slingshot instead of a gun? But whatever. But the cast of the gypsies, especially the older one that's like 102 years old, he was really creepy. With that being said, I had a really great time with Thinner. This movie came out in 1996. I went in with really low expectations, but I actually had a really great time with this. Great story, great acting. Really great themes in this movie, and obviously it had some really good horrific elements about it. And I love the ending, how they ended with these characters, with Billy and his family. So if you guys have not seen Thinner, I highly recommend it. So I'm giving Tom Holland's Thinner from 1996 a 3.5 out of 5 Robert John Burke hair pieces. So I want to hear what you guys think of Thinner. What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? What did you guys think of that ending? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe. This is Logan Myerz signing out. My mate up here, Billy Halleck. Woo! Woo! Until the next horror movie review for 31 Days of Horror. Cheers!